In 2010, the Supreme Court ruled that the fundamental right to bear arms cannot be violated by state and local government. This ruling covers nothing more than the fact that the state and municipal governments cannot completely ban the ownership of firearms throughout the United States. That being said, we all understand that guns in America are not going anywhere. What we need to understand is banning certain types of weapons, such as high-capacity weapons or the so-called assault rifle, are really nothing more than a side note to the real problem. The real problem is the improper enforcement of the laws that already exist and the failure to take physical preventive measures against criminals with high-capacity weapons or assault rifles that have been illegally attained. In 1993, Connecticut passed a law banning assault rifles. That law was PA-93-306. That was in excess of 19 years ago. In 1998, Connecticut passed another law for the state police to be able to communicate with the Mental Health Board of Connecticut to be able to receive information of individuals who have been committed to hospitals due to mental illness or been deemed mentally ill, for them to see if they have weapons permits and to be able to remove them to ensure the safety of the general public while these people are being treated. In 2001, Connecticut extended its weapons ban into semi-automatic shotguns, semi-automatic pistols that accept magazines, and semi-automatic rifles that accept magazines. And unfortunately, in 2012, all of those laws were broken because they were not properly enforced and because there were no physical preventive measures taken against criminals that are capable of this kind of crime. In 1997, in Pearl, Mississippi, Pearl High School came under attack by a disgruntled student. During that attack, a vice principal ran to his vehicle where he had had a semi-automatic pistol, and he was able to stop the student to continue the attack. Once he subdued the student and the attack was over, it's almost more realized that numerous gun laws in Mississippi were also broken, as they have a law that says that no firearms are allowed to be on school property. In that situation, whether it be the criminal or the savior, they were both breaking the law. And one of the issues was that there's no physical preventive measures to stop criminals from doing this. There are roughly 270 million privately owned firearms in the United States right now. It's almost impossible to believe that major gun control laws will be able to stop that many weapons. So really, the situation and the reality is that physical preventive measures need to be taken against criminals with firearms. And as you can see through all these bans, somehow assault rifles, high-capacity rifles, or just weapons at all were still in places where they should not have been. And that's because, again, of the incorrect enforcement of those laws and the improbability of ever being able to find out these laws were not being enforced or that these laws were being broken until after the fact. We need to be more proactive in creating those physical preventive measures. So ultimately, the reality is guns are here to stay in America after the ruling by the Supreme Court, and attempting to remove high-capacity weapons is really only a side note. It's not the real issue. The real issue is proper enforcement of laws that already exist and creating those preventive measures.